Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the Morning Rush, the morning empowerment call for busy executives, heart-centered leaders, maybe walking their way to cause the change that they want to see in the world. Why is there a rubber chicken? Why is it squawking? I walked into a New York City souvenir shop yesterday and I said, it would be fun to have a trophy for the training that I'm delivering today. And I was like, what would be a good trophy? So we're walking around the room and all of a sudden this thing stands out and I squeeze it and it starts squawking. I said, this is pretty cool. So I was going to get a bunch of them. It turns out this was the last squawking Statue of Liberty chicken in the souvenir shop. He called another souvenir shop and they were all sold out of the squawking Statue of Liberty chicken. Fun fact again, last summer, these didn't really sell. This summer, in the last 2 weeks, he sold 60 of them. So there's some kind of squawking chicken Statue of Liberty souvenir phenomena going on inside of New York City. I don't know what it is, but I thought that was a fun story. I'm dressed up, shirt and tie. I've got a training this morning on presentation skills and how do you build your brand inside the corporate environment. And so I get to do that in Rockefeller Center today. But this week we talked about a whole bunch of different topics around pivoting, around maybe designing something, a design sprint. How do we create something and take it to market, so to speak? We map it, we sketch it out, we decide which version we're actually going to go with. Maybe we create a prototype like a squawking chicken, and then we sell it to souvenir stores inside of New York City. So lunatic like me buys it and is going to hand it out at a training today. So we don't know. We don't know what's going to come our way, but that's actually the fun, I think, of a new idea and figuring out how do we bring it to marketplace. I'll tell you on Monday if this is a hit or not. I think it is. I've got some ducks with me as well. I use them in my trainings to inspire participation, fun, lightheartedness, because training sometimes can be boring and uninspiring. And how do we bring things to life? So I think this week has been a fun week. Janine, you like seeing smiles on Sammy's face. I saw that in the chat. How do you feel about the squawking chicken? Was it awkward? Did you like the song this morning? What do you got for us?
Well, thank you for acknowledging, because I realize when we share things in the chat, it really is a reflection of us. So I love that on the Morning Rush, wherever I am, it's just really exciting to watch people's cameras on and see them like literally light up for whatever the music is, for whoever is dancing. We don't get this very often. So thank you for creating this space. When I saw the chicken, the first thing I thought was, I'm going to be honest, I didn't know it was a chicken, and the fact that it was a Statue of Liberty. So I kind of just went with it. And then when you said it was a chicken, I'm like, D Rush, you like something about birds. Like, I don't know what it is. And so I'm grateful you now added the chickens with the ducks. Everyone, I hope you give more ducks today in the areas that you are going to transform as heart-centered individuals. And what I'm also really present to this morning is we're going to be talking about testing out what we've done all week, D Rush. And I love it because most of the people on this call, I get to do some follow-ups today because some of them are actually going to be flying into Minneapolis tomorrow. And so I'm ready for it. Let's get back into the room. Thank you for calling me forward. And I hope you're enjoying your Friday. I'm looking forward. I hope, and this is a request for me, David, that by the time you hand out that Statue of Liberty hot pink trophy, you send a photo of the winner to our community. So then we feel like we can celebrate with them too. Back to you.
Ooh, always calling forth. I love it, Janine. Janine, is there anything that you're testing out this week? Anything that's come up for you? I mean, you've been doing a lot of things. Maybe this weekend is like a test drive of something, like you created something and now it's going to happen. But anything come to mind for you around what you're testing out?
Yeah, David, I feel like I'm really good at on the fly. I love being able to do like a spoken word every morning, just candidly. Although Powerhouse Pam put me forward to the test because this Saturday I'm going to be acting as a live coming at you talk show host and leading people through a game show. And I've never done that before. And I felt so inspired. My brother, he owns like a gaming lounge with boba, with waffles, everything out here. And yesterday I spent my birthday there. And I love that he's my little brother. He's one of my favorite mentors though. And so, yeah, one of the things I'm going to be prototyping today through a test of having conversations with everyone and seeing if they're prepared, knowing that a couple of them are going to be flying in, some people are driving in, and just seeing where I can have them get excited that they have an opportunity to win a prize of, I'm going to say, grandiose moments with a gentleman named Steve Ford. And if it wasn't for Pam, who we wouldn't have met if it wasn't for Sammy, who we wouldn't have these conversations with daily if it wasn't for you, David. Yeah, it's one of the things I'm testing out today. How can I get in someone's world before I see them within 24 hours?
Ooh-wee. I like that. That sounds like a fun test drive. Pam, I see you there. We haven't seen you in a little bit on the Morning Rush. At least I haven't. How are things? Do you want to share anything that inside of what Janine shared or otherwise? What are you testing out these days?
I don't know. It's gonna be fun. I'm ready to we're doing a celebration of life for a friend, and getting ready to do some, games, activities, get to know each other better. We're doing a trivia about his life, and get a decor, quotes, inspiration, memories, talks. It's gonna be good. I'm excited for it. So yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I love it. Anything else, Pam? Like, what's going on in your world? Any quick updates that's new for you? We haven't seen you in a little bit. At least I haven't.
I don't know. I've been emotionally struggling, but I'm making progress on the house, the stuff I need to do. So it's been rough couple weeks.
Mm. Yeah, I received that.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for being here. It's good to see you. Good to see you. Let's go, Laura. You've been test driving. This Is Awesomeness. How is your test drive of This Is Awesomeness? And we'll go into a breakout room in a minute. You're muted, Laura.
I asked for the universe. Good morning, everybody. I asked for the universe to keep me busy. And I've been working 16 hours a day for the past 4 days. I'm exhausted. But yeah, this morning when I got into my office, Christine, that is in the last desk, she said like, wow, that's awesome. And I'm like, yeah, we have been busy for the past 4 days, and actually just to keep your mind focused on something positive, it works. It works. Instead of like, yeah, we don't have work, there is no work for the drivers, thinking that it's there. All the work is there. We just need to make the phone calls, contact the people. And by doing that, we have been busy.
Brilliant. Can I share with you the impact that you've had, Laura? I have shared your story with a number of people through the week, and a young man last night who I work with, I shared the story, and he said, that's awesome. I'm going to take that on and start looking for the awesome in my life. So what was created on Monday has been rippling through, I think, a lot of people's lives. And so thank you, Laura, for bringing that forward, because I've been sharing it. I've been giving it away. It's like such a cool story that you've been taking on. Are you still feeling awesome, or is it challenging with, the tiredness and the busyness and all that?
Well, I'm still repeating that because I said, yeah, I didn't believe it on Monday. I was like, oh yeah, that's awesome. Yes. And then I start with the BS, like, there is nothing to do. It's like empty, and okay, I'm going home early. But then the next day I went home at 8:30 at nighttime. And every day after that, I've been like late, and I'm looking for people to work in the office because there is so much work. So yeah, today I woke up like I'm tired. I'm exhausted because I've been working like 16 hours, but I'm repeating that because I want this to become like a continuous thing, not like just a week of that's awesome. If we need to hire more employees for the office, then yeah, we started already, reviewing the resumes and calling people. I think it's
Very
little
good.
by little, you know, I believe, and from moments I believe, from other moments I'm like, no. But then I'm like, just go back into, it's awesome. Yeah, it's, you know, I just try with the whatever, like all the stuff that comes in top of that. But then I just like, I have somebody that reminds me next to me telling me like, yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, well, that little test drive, that little thing that got created by Peter Swain, who is now here, has had a ripple effect of awesomeness through
Huge,
a lot of people's lives as a result of it.
huge ripple effect in my life.
Yeah, beautiful.